Hello, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel, and we are still discussing the first book of the Bible, Genesis. And if you haven't, please go back and watch the first part I did of Genesis, which is chapter 1 through 25. And right now, I'm going to go ahead and review chapter 26 through 33, because baby, this book of the Bible got all the things in it, and if this is just the start, okay? Can you imagine what it's gonna be like by the time we get to the book of Ruth? Okay, honey, but let's go ahead and get into it. Child, my blood pressure after reading this. Okay, so Isaac is in the city of Gerar. Like I told y'all, listen, if I'm not pronouncing this correctly, y'all go ahead and find the pronunciation yourself, sound it out, but we just gonna go with it, okay? So Isaac is in the city of Gerar, and he tells the king of the Philistines that his wife is his sister. Sounds familiar? Okay, y'all go back and watch the last video. It sounds very familiar, all right? But the king caught Isaac caressing his sister's shoulder and called him out like, voila, all right? And responded, I thought I might lose my life because of her, because she's so beautiful. The king, Abimelech, King Abby, all right? We calling him King Abby, was like, what was you thinking? You could have brought guilt upon us. So he gave orders saying, if anyone harm Isaac or his wife shall be put to death. Isaac planted crops in that land, and in the same year reaped 100-fold because the Lord blessed him. He became so rich that people began to envy him. So all the wells that his father's servants dug up, the Philistines was stopping them up with dirt, all right? Then King Abby told him he had to move because he became too powerful. Wow, that's a word right there, honey. You got so jealous. Everybody in the land got so jealous of this man that they was like, baby, you got too much money. You gotta go. You gotta go. Baby, sometimes your enemies will reveal themselves when they see how good God is moving in your life. But that's another story for another day. So Isaac moved and resettled. He opened the wells that the Philistines stopped up. He started opening more wells, but every time he did, here come the herders of Gerar calling dibs. Like, that's our well. I know you dug it up, but that's ours. And then they did it again, like, that's ours too. You know what I'm saying? So they're going around calling dibs. So he dug up a third hole and they stopped beefing with him, all right? God came to Isaac while he was up in Beersheba, and was like, I'm going to bless you off the strength of your daddy Abraham. So Isaac built an altar and has his servants dig another well. Meanwhile, King Abby goes find Isaac, and Isaac was like, what is it that you could possibly need from me? You the one who told me to leave. Peep this, okay? The king was like, I saw how the Lord's been blessing you or everything. So now I want to attach myself to you so I can start reaping blessings as well. So let's make a treaty that we won't harm each other. And, we come on. Now, Isaac made them a feast, and the next morning they swore an oath to each other. Then Isaac sent them on their way, and they went away peacefully. Now, I don't know about you. I don't know if I would have made that peace treaty with him after you just kicked me out because I superseded your expectations. So I don't even know if I could trust you, but see, I ain't Isaac, okay? I am sweet tea, boo, all right? But this is Isaac, so we gonna stay with him. So y'all stay with him. So Isaac is getting older. He can barely see. So he summoned for his son, Esau, and was like, go hunt and fix me a big meal so I can eat it and give you my blessing before I die. Y'all, this is where it gets good. It's been good. Let's be honest. Genesis has been good. Genesis has been good, boo. But baby, this story right here, isn't this some real live drama for your mama? Baby, it is all Jerry Springer-ish, Game of Thrones, like all them good shows, baby. All them good shows. Now, Rebecca, which is the wife, was listening when Isaac said this to Esau. So she waited for Esau to leave and went to her other son, Jacob, and was like, listen, I heard what your father was saying to the other brother, but however, but how about you go and get that blessing instead of Esau? All right. After all, I mean, he can't see who he giving the blessing to. So how about you go out, you go hunt some things, bring it back, I'ma cook it, and we gonna serve it to your daddy. And Jacob was like, nah, like, how you expect me to do that, Ma? Esau is different, he hairy, I have smooth skin, and plus, I'm not trying to get cursed by daddy. You know what I'm saying? So Beckett was like, I'll take the curse for you. Like, don't even worry about that. Just do what mama say, baby. Go hunt and bring back that food. And that's what Jacob did. I was about to curse, but you know I'm working on myself. Amen. So Jacob went and brought back the food. Becky cooked it. All right. Becky cooked it and put Esau clothes on Jacob. Now, look, this is how grimy sis is. Now, mind you, she is the mother. Like, why are you coming between this daddy and his two sons? Like, what was it about Esau that you didn't even want Esau to have the blessing? He the oldest. Did you not like Esau? Huh? Like, why would you do that? Why would you put two brothers against each other, Becky? I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all, because you took something that was supposed to be given to your other son. Child, I was so done with Becky with the good hair. It was ridiculous. All right. Anyways. She put goat skin on Jacob's hands, because you remember how I said he was hairy, to go so far to deceive her own husband. It's not even a fact that she's stealing from her own child. That's a conversation for another day. It's the fact that she's deceiving her own husband as well. And she did it elaborately, honey. She put Esau clothes on Jacob, make sure it was smelling like him. She put fake hair on him, like all of that. She did all of that just so he can get the blessing. So he went. The daddy was like, who is it? Jacob lied and was like, it's me, your oldest son, Esau. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, when people blind, right, their other senses are heightened. So you take away one, you know, source, which is the eyes, your other senses heighten, you know. So that's the hearing, the smelling, the tasting, and the feeling, right? Other senses heighten when one is taken away. So I'm thinking like, Isaac, like, I know you done, I know you're on your deathbed or whatever, but clearly you can hear this is your second son, Jacob, and not Esau. But stay with it, right? So Isaac was like, that was quick. You know, that was quick. How did you find the food so quickly? And he said, the Lord gave me success. Now, why you got to bring God in it? Don't people be bringing God in it? Just lying and wrong. Loud, lying and wrong. And then you want to bring God in it to bless your bull. Anyways. So Isaac was like, can you come closer so I can touch you? Oh my goodness. Where is that? Where is that, y'all? I lost my place in my notes. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. So I can know if it's really Esau. So when the dad touched him, he was like, you feel like Esau, but you sound like Jacob. So he proceeded to bless him. He asked Jacob again, are you really Esau? And again, Jacob said yes. So he was like, all right, bring me the food so I can eat it and I can give you my blessing. So Jacob gave him the food and the wine, and the father said, come kiss me, son. And Jacob did. And when Isaac smelled Esau clothes on him, he was like, okay, yeah, you him. So he proceeded to bless Jacob. After Isaac finished blessing him, Jacob left. Then Esau came back from hunting, prepared the meal, and then went into his father's room for the blessing. So Isaac was like, I just blessed someone, and if it wasn't you, then who deceived me? So Esau started crying, was like, bless me too. Like, Surely you didn't just only have one blessing to give to a son. And Isaac was like, I can't. He took it. So Esau was like, why is he always coming for me? Like, this is the second time. First, he stole my birthright. Now he's stealing my blessing. Like, no, I just can't have this. So Isaac said, I blessed him to lord over you. Gave him crops and wine. I mean, I don't know what else I can give you. And Esau was like, you come on now. Like, you got to have something. You got to have something, daddy. Isaac was like, I'm sorry, but you would have to serve your brother. After that, Esau held a grudge against Jacob and vowed to kill him after their dad died. So when Becky, with her messy self, when Becky with the good hair found out what Esau had planned and she put Jacob on game. You know what I'm saying? Because she was like, yeah, ain't no sense of two of my sons dying. So, I mean, he can't kill you if he can't find you. Girl, that woman messy. Okay. So she told him to go to Uncle Phil's house in Bel Air. You know what I'm saying? In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground where he spent most of his days. So, baby, she shipped him to Uncle Phil's house. All right. I mean, his name wasn't really Uncle Phil. I'm going to get into what his name really was. But Uncle Phil, y'all stay with me. Stay with me. And she was like, once your brother calm down, I'm going to send word to get you back. So Becky went to Isaac and was like, I want to move and my son Jacob needs to find a wife. So Isaac told Jacob where to go get a good woman, Savannah. He was like, baby, go back to my hometown in the South Park of Houston, you know, maybe somewhere in the Pearland area, and you're going to find you a good woman there. Now, Esau learned that Isaac blessed Jacob to go find a wife, so he decided to go get one in addition to the wives he already had. Jacob left Beersheba and set out for Haran, right? I think it's Haran. Haran. We're going to call it Haran to the H. He headed for the H, y'all. Got tired, took a nap, and God came to him in a dream and said, you will be blessed. Your descendants will be blessed. So Jacob built an altar there, and after he woke up, he made a vow to God to start tithing and giving him 1/10 of everything he was blessed with. Okay. So, I don't know if y'all gathered this so far, but baby, God do be coming to people in their dreams. Y'all start peeping game on y'all dreams, all right? And this is the first sign, if you ask me, of tithing, okay? This is the first time we come across tithing, which is in the book of Genesis. Jacob continued on his journey, met up with his Uncle Phil, which is really Uncle Laban, all right? His Uncle L, but we're going to call him Uncle Phil, all right? And he met up with his cousin Rachel. Now, after a month, Uncle Laban told Jacob, you ain't about to be staying in my house rent-free, so what you gonna do around here? Now, Uncle Laban had 2 daughters, right? Which is, keep in mind you, Jacob's cousins. All right, he had 2 daughters. So Jacob said, I'll work for you for 7 years if I can marry Rachel, which is his cousin. All right. Uncle Laban said, well, okay. Better you than anyone else I know, you know. So after 7 years, which seems like days to Jacob because he was so in love with Rachel, he was ready to collect his wife and make love to her. His words, not mine. Now, how you say that to the daddy? Like, hey, where your daughter at? Because I'm ready to do her. I'm ready to consummate. How you say that, baby, that's a different kind of bold because my husband did not tell my daddy that when he asked for my hand in marriage. He didn't say, hey, can I have your daughter because I'm ready to do her. All right. Anyways. So Uncle Laban threw a reception for them, but when it came time to consummate the marriage, Uncle Laban brought his other daughter, Leah, instead, and Jacob made love to her. Now, was Jacob as drunk as Lot? Because how you don't even know that you sleeping with a woman that you didn't even want? You didn't even want Leah. So you mean, was it dark? Was the lights that dim, Jacob, that you didn't even realize you was sleeping with a sister? Please. Y'all, I be wanting to curse so bad. Y'all lucky I am doing this for you and myself, okay? But clearly Jacob was as drunk as Lot because in the next morning, Baby, he act like he didn't even know Leah was lying next to him, okay? Y'all, these men in the Bible or something else. I mean, can y'all see? These men have no accountability, y'all. It started back then. We can't even be mad at the men we got now. Because, honey, it started way back then. It started BC. It started BC, honey. Because, honey, they lying. Not taking no accountability at all. Blaming everybody else but they mama and themselves. Jesus. So Jacob was like, Uncle, why did you deceive me? You know I wanted Rachel. I worked for her. And he was like, well, around these parts, we marry off the eldest first. So how about you celebrate your honeymoon with Leah this week, and then I'll let you marry Rachel. But you have to work for me another 7 years. Child. Jacob agreed. Now, how he trusts someone after they did him like that, I don't know, but this ain't about me. This is Jacob, all right? So he got Rachel, made love to her, and because he loved her greater, he started neglecting his other wife, Leah. So when God saw that Leah was not being loved on, he enabled her to conceive while he left Rachel childless, all right? Leah had a child and thought it would bring her closer to Jacob. It didn't. So she had another son. And again, she was like, surely Jacob gonna love on me now. Nope, he didn't. She had a third child. Nope, nothing changed. And then a fourth. So she was like, you know what? I'm done. I ain't giving this man no more cheering. All right. So, dang it, y'all. How come I keep losing my place? Oh, here it is. Now we're on Genesis chapter 30. When Rachel saw that her sister was having kids and she wasn't, she got jelly and she went to Jacob and was like, give me a kid or I will die. I mean, just dramatic. So Jacob became very angry with her and was like, I'm not God. You have a problem with the wrong one. So she was like, here's my servant, Bilhah. Build a family through her. You know, get her pregnant so we can build a family. Now, do y'all not see these generational curses repeating him? Because doesn't this sound familiar? Doesn't it sound familiar, y'all? So she gave her servant to him as a wife, and the servant became pregnant and had a son. Rachel felt vindicated. Then the servant got pregnant again with another son. Rachel still not tripping. Now Leah, seeing this, became jelly as well and gave her servant to Jacob. Now, how Jacob loved up on 4 wives now, I don't know. Only because the sisters are in competition with each other, but that's another story for another day. Baby, her servant, Leah's servant, became pregnant as well. And then Leah got pregnant with her 5th son, then her 6th son, and sometimes later she gave birth to a daughter. Then God remembered Rachel, enabled her to conceive another son. I believe Jacob ended up having 11 kids through his 4 wives. Yeah, Rachel and Leah, and then the 2 servants they gifted him with because they was in competition with each other. Lord, please don't let me do nothing that damn. Ooh, damn is in the Bible, God. But please don't let me do nothing that stupid, Lord Father. Please don't. So after all of this, Jacob goes to Uncle Laban and was like, I'm ready to go. Now, give me everything I worked hard for. But Laban was like, nah, please stay. The Lord has been blessing me because of you. Name your price. I'll give you everything. Just stay here. Jacob said, how much more do you want from me? I mean, just Tyreseing up in these streets. What more do you want from me? No, I'm just playing. Jacob was like, I already stayed longer than I wanted to. I married both of your daughters. The little you had before greatly increased because of me, and that's still not enough for you. I just want to go home. Uncle Phil still not letting up. Like, what you want? Just name it. Jacob was like, nothing. I just want to go. Let me separate my cattle from your cattle and just let me be on my way. So then fast forward, y'all. Jacob overheard Uncle Laban's son talking about him and also noted that Uncle Laban's attitude changed towards him. So the Lord told Jacob, go back to your hometown and I'll be with you. He went back and he told his wives, look, I'm not feeling your father. He tripping with me after he cheated me for years and changed my wages 10 times. But God has not allowed your father to harm me off the strength of my family name, so I'm just going to head out. Then Rachel and Leah was like, wait, do we still have an inheritance in our father's estate? He was like, nah. So you were saying he Martha Stewart broke, or is he MC Hammer broke? You know? Baby, he was MC Hammer broke. So the daughters was like, okay, do whatever God told you to do. You have our support. So Jacob put his wives and children on camels, and they headed out of his father's land into Canaan with all his livestock and wealth. Now, Rachel stole some things as they was leaving, and Jacob deceived Laban by not telling him he was leaving in the first place. It took 3 days for Laban to even find out Jacob was gone. So he took some of his people with him to go find Jacob. It took them 7 days to find Jacob. Then God came to Laban, Uncle Laban, in a dream and was like, don't say nothing to Jacob, good or bad, just let him be. But Uncle Laban, of course, was hard-headed and was like, why you leave when he saw Jacob? Why you leave? You snuck out like a coward when I would have thrown you a going-away party. You didn't even let me say goodbye to my children and my grandchildren. And you stole stuff. Jacob replied, the only reason why we didn't say anything is because I thought you would have taken them from me. And I didn't steal anything from you, but whoever did should be put to death. Now, Jacob didn't know that Rachel stole the gods. It was household gods. In my mind, they were probably little statues, you know what I'm saying? And, little crystal statues or whatever. And Rachel stole them. So Uncle Laban was searching all over the house, but he didn't find anything in Leah's room. Now he in Rachel's room, you know what I'm saying? But Rachel put the gods, the household gods, in like a little fanny pack, and she started sitting on it or whatever, so her father couldn't find it. So she lied and was like, hey, Daddy, listen, I'm sorry. I can't stand up to greet you, but I'm on my period. And I'm cramping a lot. Y'all, when I told you, when I read that, I bust out laughing because as you can see, ladies, the cramping lie started back in the Genesis, okay? Ooh. That's not funny. That's not funny, but your girl can fake a cramp in a minute, honey. Now, Jacob was now pissed and was like, I let you go through all my stuff. I worked for you for 22 years, took care of your sheep, never stole a dime from you. You changed my wages 10 times, and after all that, this is how you do me. And Uncle Laban was like, it's all mine. Everything the light touches, baby, is mine. Your wives belong to me. Your children belong to me. Even the flock you raised on my property, that belongs to me, baby. Mine. So they made a pact not to hurt each other and just to go their separate ways. They had a party. Uncle Laban spent the night. He kissed his daughters and grandchildren goodbye and headed back to his side of town. So when Jacob was heading home, because remember, he going to Canaan, he decided to send word to his brother Esau on his way back because he didn't want beef. Baby child, Esau sent word back talking about, I'm going to meet you halfway, plus I'm riding with my people with me. I got 400 men with me. So Jacob got scared. And he started praying to God, God, please don't let my brother attack me, my wife, or my children. So Jacob started sending gifts to Esau to like smooth things over. And then Jacob sent his 2 wives and 11 children ahead of him. So after Jacob was alone, he got into a fight with a man that overpowered him. They hit him in the hip. The man told him, your name is no longer Jacob, but Israel, because you struggled with God and humans, but overcame it all. Baby, I think we all some Israels up in here, because we all have some choice words with God and some choice words with human. Amen. Can I get an amen? Jacob looked up, and there was Esau. But to Jacob's surprise, Esau embraced him, kissed him. They cried together. Jacob introduced him to his wives and kids. And Esau was like, what's up with all the gifts? And Jacob was like, I just want you to forgive me. Esau was like, don't even worry about it. You know, you can keep this stuff. But Jacob was like, nah, you keep it because I know it's peace. So Esau was like, okay, well, let's be on our way. Jacob said, we're going to go ahead of you, because if I push these animals too hard, they will die. So Esau said, well, let me leave some men with you just in case for protection. And Jacob was like, nah, I got it. And they went their separate ways. So, oh, that's it. That's everything, guys. That is everything. All right. So that's where I'm at right now. Child, I guess we can leave it right there. We can leave it right there. I'm sorry that I'm stumbling on my words, but this story made me so excited. It got me all up in my feels because, baby, what's going on with Becky and the good hair? Like, do y'all know any women that would do that? Like, why would she do that? That, to me, that was creating unnecessary jealousy between both of her sons. And it also signified to me that she loved one son more than she loved the other. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this story and this review. We got a few more chapters to go. We got a few more chapters to go, baby, and then we're going to wrap this up and get to the next book of the Bible. Amen. All right, well, I'm going to see y'all later. Thank y'all so much for having Bible study with me today, and we will talk soon. Bye.